Hello, friends. Are you ready to dive deep into the world of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Released on August 8, 2014, this film has sparked endless conversations, and today we're bringing you every thrilling detail. If you love what you see, give this video a like. It really helps us grow. And don't forget to subscribe for more exciting movie explorations and hidden gems. Let's jump in and unravel the magic together. On August 8, 2014, a film leaped onto the silver screen, reviving an iconic franchise and reigniting the love of fans around the world. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a fresh reboot of the beloved series, presented a modern take on the heroes in a half-shell while paying homage to the spirit that had endeared them to generations. With its exhilarating action, striking visual effects, and a lively mix of humor and heart, the movie brought Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael into a new era, reminding audiences why these characters had captured imaginations for decades. What made this film a standout in the world of superhero cinema was its ability to blend nostalgia with contemporary filmmaking. Directed by Jonathan Liebesman and produced by Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes, the film embraced the Turtles' quirky charm while elevating their adventures through cutting-edge motion capture technology. It wasn't just a reboot, it was a reimagining, designed to appeal to both longtime fans and newcomers alike. The story focused on the dynamic camaraderie of the four brothers, their mischievous personalities, and their unwavering commitment to justice, weaving these elements into a high-stakes narrative that kept viewers on the edge of their seats. At the heart of the story was a new and perilous threat to New York City, masterminded by the sinister Shredder and his Foot Clan. Their plan to plunge the city into chaos set the stage for an epic showdown between good and evil. The film introduced April O'Neil, played by Megan Fox, as an intrepid journalist whose determination to uncover the truth led her to cross paths with the mysterious Turtles. April's courage and resourcefulness played a vital role in their mission, forging a compelling partnership that became a cornerstone of the story. From the very first scene, the film's energy was infectious. The Turtles' introduction, bursting onto the screen with acrobatic combat and witty banter, showcased their unique personalities. Leonardo's steadfast leadership, Raphael's fiery determination, Donatello's tech-savvy genius, and Michelangelo's playful humor. These traits not only defined their characters but also created a balance that was both dynamic and endearing. As the plot unfolded, the stakes grew higher. The movie teased unexpected twists and turns, including revelations about the origins of the Turtles and their connection to April. Each revelation deepened the emotional resonance of the story, offering moments of vulnerability and growth that added depth to the spectacle. Amidst the fast-paced action sequences, there were quieter, poignant moments that highlighted the Turtles' bond as a family and their mentor Splinter's guidance as their father figure. Critics and audiences alike were drawn to the film's visual spectacle. The action sequences were meticulously crafted, blending CGI and live-action elements seamlessly to create thrilling battles across the rooftops and sewers of New York. The motion capture performances brought the Turtles to life with a level of detail and expressiveness that was both groundbreaking and engaging. The combination of humor, heart, and adrenaline-fueled action made the movie an immersive experience, appealing to viewers of all ages. Despite mixed critical reviews that highlighted some flaws in the screenplay and character development, the film's charm and excitement were undeniable. It tapped into a sense of wonder and nostalgia, reminding audiences of the joy and fun that had always been at the core of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. The performances of Megan Fox as April O'Neil and Will Arnett as her quirky cameraman Vernon Fenwick added a human touch to the larger-than-life adventure, while the voice acting, led by Johnny Knoxville and Tony Shalhoub, brought depth and humor to the Turtles and Splinter. The movie's release marked a significant milestone, earning $485 million worldwide and becoming both the highest-grossing installment in the franchise and Nickelodeon Movies' most successful film. Its financial success solidified its place in the pantheon of blockbuster reboots, proving that the Turtles' enduring appeal could transcend generations. For those who grew up watching the original animated series or earlier films, it was a welcome return of beloved characters. For younger audiences, it was a thrilling introduction to the world of four pizza-loving, crime-fighting mutants. As the credits rolled, It was clear why Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had captured attention and sparked conversation. It wasn't just a film. It was an adventure filled with camaraderie, heroism, and plenty of laughs. For anyone who hasn't yet experienced the thrill of this reinvention, diving into the world of these extraordinary turtles promises an unforgettable journey. From the heart of the city to the depths of the sewers, their story is one that continues to resonate, reminding us that family and courage can triumph against any odds. Plot: beneath the bustling streets of New York City, a hidden world stirred with a secret unlike anything the city's 8 million residents could imagine. The story began with April O'Neil, an ambitious journalist with a knack for chasing stories others dismissed. Played with determination by Megan Fox, April wasn't content with fluff pieces. She yearned for something big, something that would shake the city and cement her place as a serious journalist. That drive pulled her into the shadowy depths of a criminal conspiracy that would change her life forever. The first signs of trouble came when a string of highly coordinated attacks began terrorizing the city. The Foot Clan, a mysterious and ruthless organization, left a trail of chaos in their wake. Their motives remained unclear, but their message was simple: fear us. April, always looking for an edge, began investigating these strange occurrences. One night, her search for answers led her to a tense hostage situation at the docks. She arrived just in time to witness a blur of movement, a fight she couldn't fully comprehend. By the time the dust settled, the hostages were freed, and the assailants were subdued. Yet, the heroes who had stopped them vanished into the shadows before she could get a clear look. Frustration quickly turned into obsession. She scoured her notes, determined to uncover the truth about these mysterious vigilantes. Her persistence led her to a strange connection, something buried deep in her own past. Meanwhile, the audience was given their first full glimpse of the heroes of the story. For humanoid turtles, each with their own vibrant personality. From Leonardo's disciplined calm to Michelangelo's infectiously goofy antics, these weren't ordinary superheroes. They were brothers, raised in the sewers under the watchful eye of their father figure, Splinter. Splinter, voiced with wisdom and warmth by Tony Shalhoub, had trained them in the art of ninjutsu, preparing them to protect their city while remaining hidden from the world above. Despite their physical prowess and courage, they were teenagers at heart, navigating sibling rivalries, pranks, and an insatiable love for pizza. Yet, there was an underlying tension among them, particularly between Leonardo and Raphael. The eldest brother and self-appointed leader often clashed with Raphael's hot-headed defiance, creating a dynamic that hinted at deeper struggles within their family. As April's investigation deepened, she stumbled upon an unsettling revelation. The Vigilantes and the Foot Clan shared a strange connection to her late father's scientific research. Years earlier, he had worked on a project involving a mutagenic substance capable of extraordinary transformations. Though the project had ended in tragedy, April began to suspect that it held the key to understanding the turtles' origins. Her memories of 4 baby turtles and a rat in her father's lab resurfaced, connecting her past to the present in a way she could scarcely believe. The film masterfully balanced its exposition with bursts of adrenaline-pumping action. The turtles' second major encounter with the Foot Clan took place in a subway station, where the stakes were raised, and their identities were finally revealed to April. The sequence was a thrilling blend of chaos and humor, showcasing their unique fighting styles and undeniable chemistry as a team. After the dust settled, April confronted them, demanding answers. What followed was a mix of comedic awkwardness and heartfelt sincerity as the turtles explained their mission and their need for secrecy. It was through these early interactions that the tone of the movie truly came to life. Beneath the high-octane battles and moments of slapstick humor was a story about identity, purpose, and the bonds that make a family. Splinter's teachings served as a guiding force for the turtles, even as they struggled with their place in a world that would never fully accept them. His warning about the dangers of exposing themselves loomed over every decision they made, adding an emotional weight to their mission. Meanwhile, the villain's plot thickened. Shredder, the enigmatic and fearsome leader of the Foot Clan, emerged from the shadows. Played with chilling intensity by Tohoru Masamune, Shredder was more than just a skilled fighter. He was a strategist, manipulating events to solidify his control over the city. His partnership with Eric Sachs, a wealthy industrialist played by William Fichtner, revealed a scheme far larger than anyone could have imagined. Together, they planned to unleash a deadly toxin on the city, using the mutagen from April's father's research to engineer a cure and seize power. The stakes were clear. If the turtles couldn't stop them, millions of lives would be at risk. Yet, the journey to that showdown was filled with uncertainty and conflict. Tensions within the group escalated as they grappled with their responsibilities and fears. April, now fully committed to helping them, found herself caught between her desire to expose the truth and her loyalty to her new friends. The first half of the film built toward a critical turning point, weaving together action, mystery, and character development. Every fight scene, every revelation, and every moment of banter added depth to the story, while subtly foreshadowing the challenges yet to come. From the neon-lit chaos of New York streets to the quieter moments in their hidden lair, the narrative maintained a steady rhythm of excitement and suspense, ensuring the audience was fully immersed in the unfolding drama. The city above was brimming with uncertainty as Shredder's plan began to take shape, casting a growing shadow over the turtles and their newfound ally. The turtles, emboldened by their victories but weighed down by their secrecy, struggled to align their mission with the scale of the threat they now faced. Splinter, ever the voice of wisdom and caution, urged them to remain vigilant, knowing full well that their battle against Shredder and the Foot Clan was only beginning. Yet the brothers were no longer just warriors in hiding. Their connection to April, her father's research, and the mutagen bound their fates more closely to the city than ever before. April, piecing together the sinister web surrounding Shredder and Eric Sachs, realized the mutagen was the linchpin of their devastating plan. Shredder's toxin, designed to cripple the city, would render him and Sachs saviors once they distributed the cure derived from the mutagen. The turtles, understanding the stakes, saw no alternative but to confront their enemy head-on. Splinter, despite his injuries sustained in an earlier ambush by Shredder, offered his guidance and unwavering belief in their abilities. It was a bittersweet moment, his words heavy with both love and the knowledge of the danger his sons faced. The confrontation with Shredder was set in motion when April infiltrated Sachs' estate to uncover more details about the plan. She uncovered chilling truths. The toxin's release was imminent, and the mutagen held the potential not only to save lives but to control them. Before she could escape, however, she was captured, her bravery drawing her deeper into the heart of the conflict. The turtles, now more determined than ever, launched a daring rescue mission that tested the limits of their teamwork and courage. Their infiltration of Sachs' compound was a tour de force of action and emotion, blending high-stakes combat with moments of levity that showcased the brothers' unique dynamics. Donatello's tech-savvy ingenuity, Michelangelo's improvisational flair, Raphael's brute strength, and Leonardo's disciplined leadership all played pivotal roles in navigating the labyrinthine fortress. The rescue culminated in a dramatic rooftop showdown, where Shredder revealed his full power in a mechanized suit of armor, a stark embodiment of his ruthless ambition and technological prowess. The fight was a spectacle of strength and strategy, the brothers pushing themselves to their limits against a seemingly insurmountable foe. Shredder's superior equipment and brutal combat skills tested their unity, fracturing their coordination and forcing each turtle to confront their deepest fears. Raphael, the ever-rebellious warrior, found himself separated from the group, facing Shredder alone in a moment that laid bare his vulnerability and inner conflict. His defiance, however, inspired his brothers to rally, their combined strength a testament to their bond as a family. Amid the chaos, April played a pivotal role, using her quick thinking and resourcefulness to disable key components of Shredder's plan. With the mutagen secured and the toxin neutralized, the turtles turned the tide of battle, forcing Shredder into a precarious position. Yet, even in defeat, his menace lingered, his escape a chilling reminder that their fight was far from over. The victory was hard-fought but bittersweet, the destruction around them a testament to the cost of their mission. In the aftermath, the city remained unaware of the true heroes who had saved it. April, torn between her duty as a journalist and her loyalty to the turtles, chose to protect their secret, understanding that their safety depended on their anonymity. The brothers, though battered and bruised, returned to their lair with a newfound sense of purpose. Splinter, proud of their courage, reminded them that their strength lay not just in their skills, but in their unity and love for one another. The film's closing moments captured the essence of their journey, blending humor, heart, and hope. Michelangelo's antics lightened the mood, while Donatello's meticulous calculations sparked playful arguments about their next move. Leonardo and Raphael, having reconciled their differences, shared a quiet moment of mutual respect, their bond strengthened by the trials they had overcome. Above all, their triumph reaffirmed their commitment to protecting the city they called home, even if it meant remaining unseen and unsung. As the credits rolled, the narrative threads wove together seamlessly, leaving audiences with a sense of closure and anticipation. The Turtles' journey was far from over, their battles against Shredder and the forces of darkness just beginning. Yet, their story had already left an indelible mark, a celebration of family, courage, and the enduring power of heroes who rise from the shadows. Character Deep Dive. The heart of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lies in its characters, each uniquely crafted to leave a lasting impression. At the forefront are the four brothers, whose personalities form the foundation of the story. Leonardo, the eldest and leader, carries the weight of responsibility on his shoulders, often grappling with the pressure to keep his brothers safe while following the principles instilled by their mentor, Splinter. His calm demeanor and tactical mind provide a steady anchor, even when the team faces insurmountable odds. Pete Plosik's physical portrayal, paired with Johnny Knoxville's voice work, brings Leonardo to life as a figure of quiet strength, capturing both his stoic determination and moments of doubt. In stark contrast is Raphael, the hot-headed and fiercely independent brother. His rebellious nature often puts him at odds with Leonardo, but beneath his tough exterior lies a deep sense of loyalty and love for his family. Alan Ritchson's performance imbues Raphael with raw intensity, making his emotional journey one of finding balance between his individualism and his role in the team. A compelling part of the story. His clashes with Leonardo are more than sibling rivalry. They reflect the internal conflict of someone torn between his instincts and his commitment to those he holds dear. Donatello, the tech-savvy genius, provides both the brains and a dose of understated humor to the group. Jeremy Howard's portrayal captures Donatello's intellectual curiosity and occasional social awkwardness, making him an endearing presence. Whether it's crafting gadgets or analyzing situations with his trademark analytical precision, Donatello's contributions are invaluable, and his subtle wit adds levity to even the most intense moments. Meanwhile, Michelangelo, the youngest and most carefree of the brothers, radiates energy and charm. Noel Fisher's vibrant performance ensures Michelangelo's playful antics and laid-back attitude never overshadow his courage and heart. His humor serves as a reminder that even amidst chaos, there's always room for joy. Their father and mentor, Splinter, is a figure of wisdom and compassion. His backstory, revealed in fragments, adds depth to his character, painting him as both a skilled warrior and a loving parent. Tony Shalhoub's voice work lends a sense of gravitas to Splinter, making his guidance resonate not only with the turtles, but also with the audience. Splinter's moments of vulnerability, particularly in his confrontation with Shredder, highlight the lengths he is willing to go to protect his sons. April O'Neil, portrayed by Megan Fox, anchors the human element of the story. Her determination to uncover the truth about the Foot Clan and her connection to the Turtles adds emotional weight to the narrative. April's evolution from a curious journalist to a trusted ally is marked by moments of bravery and resilience, and Fox's performance captures the character's tenacity. Alongside her is Will Arnett as Vernon Fenwick, April's cameraman, whose comedic timing and charm provide a lighter counterbalance to the film's darker themes. Though initially reluctant to get involved, Vernon's gradual investment in the Turtles' mission underscores his growth as a character. Eric Sachs, played by William Fichtner, is a chilling representation of corporate greed and betrayal. His calculated demeanor and sinister motives make him an effective antagonist, while his connection to April's father, deepens the personal stakes of the story. Shredder, on the other hand, embodies pure menace. His presence looms large throughout the film, and his battles with the turtles are as much psychological as they are physical. Tohoru Masamune's performance and the imposing design of Shredder's mechanized suit create a villain who feels nearly unstoppable, amplifying the tension in every encounter. Beyond the main cast, the film is peppered with details that reward attentive viewers. From Splinter's makeshift dojo adorned with nods to Japanese culture to Donatello's gadgets, bearing labels and doodles that hint at his quirky personality, the world-building feels rich and lived in. The Turtles' Lair, with its eclectic mix of salvaged furniture and memorabilia, reflects their resourcefulness and individuality. These environments are more than just settings. They are extensions of the characters themselves. For fans of the broader Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, the film is a treasure trove of Easter eggs. The inclusion of the names Bernadette Thompson and TCRI recalls elements from the original comics and animated series, offering a wink to those familiar with the franchise's history. The pizza boxes scattered throughout the Turtles' Lair not only nod to their well-known love for the dish, but also feature branding from iconic pizza chains, grounding their world in a relatable reality. Michelangelo's offhand references to pop culture, from Batman to Transformers, further cement the film's playful tone. Clever foreshadowing is woven into the narrative, with moments like April's discovery of her father's research subtly hinting at the Turtles' origins before the full story is revealed. Shredder's early appearances, cloaked in shadow, build anticipation for his eventual reveal, while Splinter's cautious warnings about staying hidden prepare the audience for the consequences of their exposure. Even the Turtles' sibling dynamics, Leonardo's authority, Raphael's defiance, Donatello's inventions, and Michelangelo's carefree attitude, serve as both sources of conflict and keys to their ultimate triumph. Symbolic elements add another layer of depth. The recurring motif of family, both biological and chosen, underscores the film's emotional core. The Turtles' bond with Splinter contrasts sharply with Shredder's cold, hierarchical control over the Foot Clan, emphasizing the strength found in unity and love. The city itself, with its towering skyscrapers and sprawling sewers, becomes a metaphor for the Turtles' dual existence, both protectors and outcasts, navigating a world that doesn't fully understand them. As the film unfolds, these hidden details enrich the experience, inviting viewers to engage with the story on multiple levels. Whether it's a subtle nod to the franchise's origins or a cleverly placed visual cue, each element feels intentional, a testament to the care and creativity behind the movie. By blending compelling character arcs with layers of symbolic and cultural references, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles creates a narrative that is as entertaining as it is meaningful, leaving audiences eager to revisit its world and discover new details with every watch. The making of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was as colorful and unconventional as the film itself, brimming with fascinating behind-the-scenes stories, unexpected production challenges, and a fair share of controversies. From its earliest conception to its final cut, the journey to bring the Turtles back to the big screen was anything but straightforward, marked by bold creative decisions and debates that would leave a lasting impression on fans and filmmakers alike. It all began with a vision to reboot the beloved franchise, a daunting task given the weight of its legacy. When Michael Bay and his production company, Platinum Dunes, were brought on board, the project quickly garnered attention, and not always the kind the studio might have hoped for. Early in the development process, Bay hinted that the Turtles would be reimagined as extraterrestrials rather than mutants. The revelation sent shockwaves through the fan community, igniting a firestorm of backlash. Longtime fans of the franchise, fiercely protective of the original lore, voiced their outrage across social media, and even the Turtles' co-creator Peter Laird expressed concern over such a radical departure. The uproar led to a swift course correction, with the filmmakers reassuring fans that the Turtles' origins would remain rooted in mutation rather than alien intervention. However, traces of the earlier concept lingered in the script and production design, subtly hinting at the creative tug-of-war that shaped the final product. This episode underscored the tightrope walk of honoring nostalgia while attempting to innovate, a balancing act that would define much of the production. Casting the Turtles themselves presented a unique challenge. The actors needed to embody not only the physicality of their characters but also their distinct personalities. Motion capture technology was employed to bring the heroes in a half-shell to life, requiring the performers to wear full-body suits covered in sensors while delivering their lines and executing action sequences. Pete Plosick, Alan Ritchson, Noel Fisher, and Jeremy Howard tackled these roles with enthusiasm, despite the technical hurdles. Ritchson, who portrayed Raphael, later recounted the grueling nature of the process, describing the discomfort of the motion capture suits and the added pressure of performing in a way that would translate convincingly on screen. The casting of Megan Fox as April O'Neil also drew its share of attention. Fox, having previously worked with Bay on the Transformers series, was no stranger to controversy. Her casting reignited discussions about her acting abilities and her on-set experiences with Bay, particularly after her candid remarks during the Transformers era. Yet, Fox approached the role with determination, bringing a grounded sense of curiosity and bravery to the intrepid reporter. Her chemistry with Will Arnett, who played Vernon Fenwick, added a layer of humor and humanity to their interactions, providing a lighter counterpoint to the Turtles' high-stakes battles. The visual effects team faced the monumental task of designing the Turtles to fit a contemporary aesthetic while retaining their iconic characteristics. The results, while divisive, reflected months of meticulous effort. Each turtle was given a unique design that emphasized their individuality, from Michelangelo's surfer-inspired accessories to Donatello's tech-laden gear. The decision to make the turtles larger and more imposing than their previous incarnations sparked debate among fans, with some praising the bold choice and others longing for the simplicity of the original designs. Shredder's evolution as a character proved equally complex. Early drafts of the script portrayed Eric Sachs as the primary antagonist, with Shredder relegated to a more secondary role. This decision was met with skepticism during test screenings, prompting last-minute adjustments that elevated Shredder's presence in the final cut. The redesigned Shredder, clad in a massive mechanized suit, divided opinions, with some viewers finding his appearance over the top while others appreciated the intimidating spectacle it created. The production wasn't without its lighter moments. The cast and crew often bonded over the absurdity of their work, particularly during motion capture sessions. Noel Fisher, who played Michelangelo, became known for his ability to inject humor into even the most challenging scenes, keeping morale high with his quick wit and infectious energy. Fisher's playful nature mirrored his character, making him a natural fit for the role. One of the more surprising behind-the-scenes facts involved Splinter's design. Originally, the character's look was far more anthropomorphic, with a human-like face and features. However, this approach was abandoned after early visual tests, as it veered too far from the character's established identity. The final design struck a balance between realism and familiarity, preserving Splinter's wise and paternal aura. The film's box office success was another twist in its narrative. Despite the mixed critical reception, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles resonated with audiences, becoming the highest-grossing film in the franchise. This success, however, did little to quell debates about its merits. Critics pointed to its uneven tone and reliance on spectacle over substance, while fans praised its action sequences and the chemistry among the turtles. The polarized reception reflected the broader challenge of reimagining a beloved property for a modern audience. Throughout its production, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a testament to the unpredictability of filmmaking, where creative risks, technical innovation, and passionate fandom collide. From its controversial early announcements to its triumphant box office run, the movie's journey was as unpredictable and vibrant as the Turtles themselves. Even years after its release, the stories behind the film continue to fascinate, offering a glimpse into the complexities of bringing a cultural phenomenon back to life. The opening moments of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set the stage with a striking sense of foreboding, establishing the Foot Clan as an omnipresent threat to New York City. Their swift, shadowy movements and orchestrated attacks create an atmosphere of tension that underscores the vulnerability of the city and its residents. This menace is not just physical but psychological, a reminder of the fragility of order and the need for unseen protectors. The introduction of April O'Neil amidst this chaos roots the narrative in a relatable perspective. Her determination to uncover the truth about the Foot Clan sets her apart as more than just a witness. She becomes an active participant in the unfolding drama. The scene where April stumbles upon the turtles during a dockside skirmish is pivotal, both for its narrative weight and its tonal significance. The turtles' grand reveal, accompanied by a mix of awe and humor, balances their larger-than-life personas with their inherent playfulness. This moment signals the movie's intent to blend high-octane action with lighthearted camaraderie, a hallmark of the franchise. Critically, it introduces the audience to the duality of the turtles, fearsome warriors capable of extraordinary feats and mischievous teenagers navigating their unique existence. Splinter's backstory, shared in a quiet moment of reflection, serves as an emotional anchor for the film. His recounting of their origins, born from tragedy and resilience, provides depth to the characters and their relationships. This scene, though subtle, carries significant thematic weight, exploring the bonds of family and the sacrifices required to protect those we love. Splinter's wisdom and vulnerability resonate not only with his sons, but also with the audience, grounding the fantastical elements of the story in universal truths about loyalty and belonging. The confrontation between Splinter and Shredder is another critical juncture, combining raw intensity with profound emotional stakes. Their battle is more than a clash of martial skills. It's a collision of ideologies. Splinter fights to preserve his family and the principles of honor and unity, while Shredder embodies ruthless ambition and domination. This scene is visually and emotionally arresting, with Splinter's unwavering determination juxtaposed against Shredder's cold efficiency. The outcome, leaving Splinter gravely injured, heightens the stakes for the turtles, forcing them to step into leadership roles with newfound urgency. April's discovery of her father's involvement in the mutagen experiment adds a layer of personal stakes to the narrative, bridging her journey with that of the turtles. The revelation that the mutagen is both a source of life and a tool of destruction deepens the story's ethical undertones. It questions the responsibilities tied to scientific discovery and the fine line between progress and exploitation. This moral complexity elevates the narrative, encouraging the audience to grapple with the broader implications of the turtles' existence and Shredder's plans. The rooftop battle with Shredder, a centerpiece of the film, showcases the convergence of character development and thematic resonance. Each turtle's personality shines through in their fighting style and strategies, illustrating how their individual strengths contribute to their collective success. Leonardo's calm precision, Raphael's brute force, Donatello's calculated ingenuity, and Michelangelo's instinctive flair all come into play. The choreography, blending martial arts with elements of parkour, highlights their agility and resourcefulness, while the stakes, both physical and emotional, keep the audience riveted. As Shredder unleashes his mechanized suit, the fight takes on a symbolic dimension. The turtles, representing organic growth, familial bonds, and adaptability, face off against a villain who embodies artificial power, isolation, and rigidity. The visual dichotomy reinforces the thematic clash, making the fight not just a spectacle but a commentary on the values driving each side. Shredder's defeat, though spectacular, leaves lingering questions about the cost of victory and the nature of heroism. Throughout the film, the interplay between humor and pathos shapes the audience's experience. Moments like Michelangelo's impromptu beatboxing or Donatello's scientific ramblings inject levity, providing a counterbalance to the darker elements of the story. These lighter scenes are not merely comic relief. They deepen the characters, reminding us of their humanity despite their extraordinary circumstances. At the same time, the film doesn't shy away from heavier themes, such as sacrifice, identity, and the weight of responsibility. The final moments, as the turtles retreat into the shadows after saving the city, leave a lasting impression. Their anonymity, a choice born of necessity, underscores the bittersweet nature of their heroism. They protect a world that may never fully understand or acknowledge their contributions, a poignant reminder of the sacrifices inherent in their role. This resolution ties together the film's emotional and thematic threads, leaving the audience with a sense of both closure and anticipation. In its best moments, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles transcends its blockbuster trappings to offer a story that is both entertaining and thought-provoking. The critical perspectives woven into its key scenes and events reveal a narrative that is as much about relationships and values as it is about action and adventure. These moments shape not only the movie's story but also its emotional resonance, ensuring it lingers in the minds of viewers long after the credits roll. The journey to bring Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to life in 2014 was one defined by a blend of creative ambition and technical innovation. From the very start, the production team faced the immense challenge of reimagining a beloved franchise while adapting it for a modern audience with heightened cinematic expectations. Every detail, from the turtles' distinct designs to the sprawling action sequences, required a level of craftsmanship and ingenuity that would push the boundaries of filmmaking. One of the earliest and most critical decisions was to utilize motion capture technology to portray the turtles. This choice marked a departure from the animatronic suits of the original 1990s films, offering greater freedom to create dynamic and nuanced performances. The actors playing the turtles, Pete Plosick, Alan Ritchson, Noel Fisher, and Jeremy Howard, had to fully immerse themselves in their roles while wearing motion capture suits covered in sensors. These suits, though groundbreaking, were notoriously uncomfortable, requiring the actors to perform intricate movements under significant physical strain. The challenge extended to the set itself, where their bulky rigs often made it difficult to navigate tight spaces or perform stunts. Despite these obstacles, the actors embraced their roles with enthusiasm, fully committing to embodying their characters' personalities through their movements and expressions. Alan Ritchson, who played Raphael, later described the experience as both exhausting and exhilarating, likening it to acting in a second skin. The motion capture process also allowed the filmmakers to experiment with subtle facial expressions and body language, bringing a level of emotional depth to the turtles that had never been seen before. Creating the turtles' distinct appearances was another monumental task. The visual effects team, led by Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, spent months refining their designs to balance realism with familiarity. Each turtle was imbued with unique features that reflected their personalities. Leonardo's disciplined nature was mirrored in his streamlined, no-nonsense look, while Raphael's rebellious streak was evident in his rugged, scarred appearance. Donatello's love for technology was showcased through his gadgets and accessories, and Michelangelo's playful attitude came through in his vibrant, youthful design. Achieving this level of individuality required meticulous attention to detail, from the textures of their skin to the wear and tear on their gear, ensuring that every frame felt authentic. The design process wasn't without its controversies. Early leaks of the turtles' appearances sparked mixed reactions from fans, with some praising the bold new direction and others criticizing the departure from the more cartoonish designs of the past. The filmmakers took this feedback seriously, making subtle adjustments to ensure the characters struck the right balance between familiarity and innovation. This dialogue between creators and fans underscored the high stakes of reviving a franchise with such a passionate following. The decision to feature Shredder in a mechanized suit posed its own set of technical challenges. The suit, designed to amplify Shredder's already intimidating presence, was a marvel of visual effects, combining intricate mechanical components with fluid motion. Every piece of the armor was carefully animated to move realistically, adding a sense of weight and danger to the character's movements. The fight scenes involving Shredder were particularly complex, requiring a seamless blend of live-action choreography and digital augmentation. These sequences pushed the limits of motion capture technology, as the actors had to interact with an invisible foe that would later be brought to life through CGI. The film's action sequences, choreographed with a mix of martial arts and parkour, were another highlight of the production. To capture the frenetic energy of the turtles' battles, the filmmakers employed innovative camera techniques, including drone-mounted cameras for sweeping aerial shots and handheld rigs for up-close, visceral moments. The use of slow motion during key stunts added a cinematic flair, allowing audiences to fully appreciate the intricacies of the choreography. One standout sequence, involving the turtles hurtling down a snowy mountainside on a makeshift sled, required months of planning and coordination. This scene combined live-action elements with digital effects to create a thrilling spectacle that became one of the film's most memorable moments. bringing the world of the turtles to life extended beyond the characters and action. The production design team crafted detailed sets that reflected the gritty yet vibrant energy of New York City. The turtles' lair, nestled in the sewers beneath the city, was a particularly impressive creation. Filled with salvaged furniture, neon lights, and quirky decorations, it served as a reflection of their resourcefulness and individuality. Every item in the lair told a story, from the pizza boxes scattered across the floor to the makeshift training equipment lining the walls. This attention to detail helped ground the fantastical elements of the film in a tangible, lived-in reality. One of the more unexpected challenges during production came from the logistics of filming in New York City. While the city's iconic skyline and bustling streets added authenticity to the film setting, they also presented numerous hurdles. Coordinating large-scale action scenes in densely populated areas required careful planning and precise timing. For scenes shot at night, the crew had to work quickly to minimize disruptions while capturing the city's unique atmosphere. Despite these difficulties, the team succeeded in creating a visually striking portrayal of New York that felt both familiar and heightened. Behind the scenes, the collaboration between director Jonathan Liebesman and producer Michael Bay played a crucial role in shaping the film's tone and style. Liebesman, known for his work on action-packed blockbusters, brought a dynamic energy to the project, while Bay's influence was evident in the film's emphasis on spectacle and visual grandeur. This partnership, though occasionally fraught with creative differences, ultimately resulted in a movie that balanced character-driven storytelling with large-scale set pieces. The score, composed by Brian Tyler, added another layer of emotional resonance to the film. Tyler's music, blending orchestral and electronic elements, captured the turtles' youthful energy and the stakes of their mission. The themes he crafted for each character further emphasized their individuality, making the soundtrack an integral part of the movie's identity. In the end, the production of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a testament to the dedication and ingenuity of its cast and crew. From overcoming technical hurdles to navigating the complexities of fan expectations, every aspect of the film's creation reflected a commitment to honoring the legacy of the Turtles while pushing the boundaries of modern filmmaking. The result was a movie that not only entertained but also demonstrated the power of innovation and collaboration in bringing a beloved story to life. The narrative of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles weaves a rich tapestry of themes and symbolism that transcend its action-packed surface, inviting audiences to explore deeper ideas about identity, family, and the nature of heroism. At its core, the film is a story about outsiders, characters who exist on the fringes of society, bound by their shared isolation and united by their unwavering commitment to protect a world that often doesn't understand them. This underlying narrative speaks to universal struggles for acceptance and belonging, creating a resonance that goes beyond the turtles' fantastical origins. The theme of family stands as the film's emotional heartbeat, permeating every interaction and decision the characters make. For the turtles, their bond is their greatest strength, a unifying force that helps them overcome their differences and rise above their challenges. Each sibling embodies a distinct personality: Leonardo's disciplined leadership, Raphael's fiery independence, Donatello's intellectual curiosity, and Michelangelo's light-hearted optimism. Yet they thrive because of their complementary dynamics. This interplay is emblematic of real-world families, where individuals with divergent traits and perspectives come together to support one another in times of need. Splinter's role as their father and mentor underscores this idea, his wisdom and sacrifices serving as a reminder that family is not defined by blood, but by the connections forged through shared experiences and mutual care. The contrast between the turtles and their primary adversary, Shredder, sharpens the focus on family as a theme. While the turtles draw strength from their unity, Shredder operates in isolation, commanding loyalty through fear rather than love. His relationship with the Foot Clan is transactional, a reflection of his relentless pursuit of power at the expense of genuine connection. This dichotomy highlights the film's message about the importance of empathy and cooperation, suggesting that true strength lies in collective effort rather than individual dominance. Layered within the story is a meditation on identity and self-acceptance. The turtles, as mutants, grapple with their place in a world that views them as aberrations. Their physical appearances and unusual abilities set them apart, yet they refuse to let societal rejection define them. Instead, they embrace their uniqueness, channeling their differences into a force for good. This narrative echoes real-world struggles faced by marginalized communities, where individuals must navigate a balance between embracing their identities and challenging societal prejudices. The turtles' journey to self-acceptance serves as an empowering message, encouraging audiences to celebrate their individuality and resist the pressure to conform. April O'Neil's role in the story further deepens this exploration of identity. As a journalist, she is driven by a desire to uncover the truth and prove her worth in a field dominated by skepticism and superficiality. Her determination to uncover the mystery of the turtles and expose the corruption surrounding the Foot Clan parallels her own journey of self-discovery. In aligning herself with the turtles, she not only validates their existence, but also finds her own sense of purpose. Her relationship with the turtles becomes a metaphor for bridging divides and building understanding, a powerful commentary on the importance of empathy in fostering connections. Across differences, symbolism is woven seamlessly into the narrative, adding layers of meaning to key moments and elements. The mutagen, a central plot device, serves as a multifaceted symbol of transformation. It represents the potential for both creation and destruction, a duality that mirrors the ethical dilemmas surrounding scientific advancement in the real world. While the mutagen gave life to the turtles and Splinter, it also becomes a weapon in Shredder's hands, a stark reminder of the responsibility that comes with wielding power. This duality underscores the broader theme of choice, emphasizing that it is not the tools we possess but how we use them that defines our impact. The city of New York, with its towering skyscrapers and labyrinthine streets, acts as more than just a backdrop. It is a character in its own right, representing both the chaos and potential of urban life. The turtles' underground lair, hidden beneath the bustling metropolis, symbolizes their position as unseen protectors, operating in the shadows to preserve a fragile balance. This duality reflects the tension between visibility and invisibility, a theme that resonates with modern conversations about the unsung efforts of those who work behind the scenes to maintain societal order. Shredder's mechanized suit, a technological marvel designed for destruction, serves as a visual representation of unchecked ambition and the dehumanizing effects of power. Its imposing design and cold, metallic surface contrast sharply with the organic, warm aesthetics of the turtles, reinforcing the ideological divide between the two forces. Shredder's reliance on machinery underscores his detachment from humanity, positioning him as a cautionary figure whose pursuit of control ultimately isolates him from meaningful connection. The film's exploration of heroism challenges traditional archetypes, presenting the turtles as imperfect yet deeply relatable protagonists. Their struggles with self-doubt, sibling rivalry, and the weight of responsibility humanize them, making their victories feel earned rather than inevitable. This portrayal aligns with a more contemporary understanding of heroism, one that values vulnerability and perseverance over invincibility. The turtles' willingness to risk everything for a city that may never fully accept them speaks to the selflessness and resilience required to be a true hero. Beneath its action-packed surface, the film also touches on broader societal issues, such as the corrupting influence of power and the dangers of corporate greed. Eric Sachs, a secondary antagonist, embodies these themes as a figure willing to exploit scientific breakthroughs for personal gain. His alliance with Shredder reflects the darker side of human ambition, where the pursuit of wealth and influence takes precedence over ethical considerations. This subplot resonates with real-world concerns about the intersection of technology, commerce, and morality, urging viewers to consider the responsibilities that come with progress. The dynamic between the turtles and their adversaries also serves as a commentary on unity versus division. The Foot Clan operates as a monolithic force, its members stripped of individuality in service to Shredder's vision. In contrast, the turtles thrive on their differences, drawing strength from their diverse skills and perspectives. This contrast highlights the value of diversity and collaboration, offering a hopeful message about the power of working together to overcome challenges. Ultimately, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a story that celebrates resilience, connection, and the enduring fight for what is right. Its themes and symbolism elevate it beyond a simple action-adventure, transforming it into a reflection of universal struggles and aspirations. By grounding its fantastical elements in relatable truths, the film invites audiences to see themselves in its characters and their journey, making its message of hope and perseverance all the more impactful. The visual and auditory experience of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a symphony of cinematic techniques, carefully orchestrated to immerse viewers in the vibrant and action-packed world of its heroes. From the first frame, the film establishes a dynamic visual style that reflects both the energy of its characters and the high-stakes nature of their mission. Every choice in sound design, music, camera work, and editing serves to deepen the storytelling, pulling audiences into a realm where grit and spectacle coexist. The visual style of the film is a striking blend of realism and hyper-stylized flair. Jonathan Liebesman, the director, crafts a world that feels grounded in the textures of New York City while allowing room for the fantastical elements of mutant turtles and high-tech villains to thrive. The cinematography captures the dichotomy of the turtles' lives, juxtaposing the neon-lit chaos of their underground lair with the shadowy streets and towering skyscrapers of the city above. The camera lingers on the details of their environment: cracked tiles, dimly glowing monitors, and makeshift furniture, creating a tactile sense of their hidden world. This careful attention to detail not only enhances immersion but also reflects the resourcefulness and creativity of the turtles themselves. Action sequences are where the film's visual language truly comes alive. The camera moves with fluidity and precision, placing viewers in the heart of the action without sacrificing clarity. Sweeping crane shots and rapid dolly movements convey the turtles' agility, while tight close-ups emphasize the intensity of hand-to-hand combat. The snowy mountainside chase, a standout sequence in the film, exemplifies the seamless integration of practical effects and CGI. The camera hurtles alongside the turtles as they careen down the slope, capturing every twist and turn with a visceral energy that makes the audience feel as though they are part of the ride. Slow-motion shots punctuate key moments, allowing the chaos to pause just long enough for viewers to appreciate the intricacy of the choreography and the stakes of the battle. Editing plays a crucial role in maintaining the film's relentless pace. Scenes transition smoothly, often using visual or thematic parallels to link disparate moments. For instance, the rapid cuts between the turtles training in their lair and Shredder preparing for battle establish a sense of impending confrontation, building tension without the need for dialogue. The editing also balances the film's tonal shifts, ensuring that moments of humor and levity never undercut the seriousness of the plot. This careful modulation of tone keeps the narrative engaging, allowing audiences to invest emotionally in the characters while still enjoying the lighthearted charm that defines the franchise. Sound design is another vital component of the film's immersive experience. Every element, from the metallic clang of Shredder's mechanized suit to the subtle hum of the turtles' technological gadgets, is meticulously crafted to enhance the sense of realism. The turtles' movements are accompanied by distinct sounds that reflect their unique personalities. Michelangelo's skateboard wheels clatter energetically, while Donatello's gadgets emit soft beeps and whirs, emphasizing his role as the team's tech expert. The contrast between the organic sounds of the turtles' world and the harsh, industrial noises associated with Shredder and his Foot Clan underscores the ideological divide between the two factions. The film's music, composed by Brian Tyler, serves as both a narrative guide and an emotional anchor. Tyler's score blends orchestral grandeur with electronic beats, creating a soundscape that feels both modern and timeless. Each character is given a musical theme that reflects their personality, from the heroic swell of strings for Leonardo to the playful percussion accompanying Michelangelo's antics. These motifs recur throughout the film, subtly reinforcing the characters' identities and their roles within the team. During action sequences, the music rises to a crescendo, driving the momentum forward and amplifying the stakes. In quieter moments, it shifts to a more subdued tone, allowing space for introspection and emotional connection. Lighting and color are used strategically to convey mood and theme. The underground lair is bathed in warm, golden hues, creating a sense of comfort and camaraderie that contrasts sharply with the cold, blue tones of the Foot Clan's hideouts. Nighttime scenes in the city are illuminated by a mix of harsh streetlights and neon signs, reflecting the gritty yet vibrant energy of urban life. This interplay of light and shadow not only enhances the visual appeal of the film but also reinforces its thematic exploration of duality between visibility and invisibility, light and dark, heroism and villainy. Liebesman's directorial vision is evident in the film's stylistic flourishes, which elevate it beyond a typical action movie. One notable example is the use of dynamic framing to emphasize the turtles' perspective. Low-angle shots often place the audience at their level, emphasizing their unique vantage point as creatures who navigate the world from the shadows. Conversely, high-angle shots during moments of vulnerability, such as there, the film also uses symbolism in its visual language to reinforce its themes. The turtles' iconic weapons, Leonardo's katanas, Raphael's sais, Donatello's bow staff, and Michelangelo's nunchaku, are more than tools for combat. They are extensions of their identities, reflecting their individual skills and temperaments. The way they wield these weapons, with a mix of precision and improvisation, mirrors their journey of self-discovery and their ability to adapt to any situation. Similarly, the shattered glass and crumbling debris that often accompany their battles serve as a metaphor for the upheaval they bring to the status quo, breaking through societal barriers to reveal hidden truths. Special effects, both practical and digital, are seamlessly integrated into the film, enhancing its visual impact without overshadowing the story. The motion capture technology used to bring the turtles to life is particularly impressive, capturing the nuances of the actors' performances while allowing for the exaggerated movements required by their mutated forms. The result is characters who feel both larger than life and deeply human, their expressions and body language conveying emotions that resonate with audiences. In the climactic battle atop a New York skyscraper, all these elements come together in a masterful display of cinematic craftsmanship. The choreography is meticulously staged, the camera weaving through the chaos to highlight each turtle's contributions to the fight. The sound design amplifies every clash of metal and every cry of determination, while the music builds to a triumphant crescendo that underscores the stakes of the moment. As the battle reaches its peak, the visuals take on an almost operatic quality, with the glowing city lights providing a stark contrast to the dark silhouette of Shredder's mechanized suit. Through its use of sound, music, camera work, and visual effects, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles creates an experience that is as emotionally resonant as it is visually spectacular. Every frame is infused with a sense of purpose, reflecting the filmmaker's dedication to honoring the legacy of the Turtles while crafting a story that speaks to contemporary audiences. This meticulous attention to detail and artistry transforms the film into a celebration of cinematic possibilities, inviting viewers to lose themselves in its world and emerge with a renewed appreciation for the power of storytelling. Cast chemistry, behind-the-scenes dynamics, and audience reactions. 2,500 words. As the cameras rolled on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the dynamic between the cast members played a crucial role in shaping the film's energy. From the turtles themselves to the human characters who interacted with them, the chemistry between the actors contributed to the film's heart, grounding the action in authentic emotional connections. Despite the technical challenges of motion capture and extensive visual effects, the camaraderie among the actors brought the characters to life in a way that felt both playful and sincere. In interviews and behind-the-scenes moments, the cast often spoke about the deep bond that formed during production, a testament to how their chemistry enriched the final product. The performances of Johnny Knoxville, Tony Shalhoub, and the rest of the cast, who voiced the Turtles, were more than just voice work. They were invested in their roles in a way that elevated the material. Johnny Knoxville's portrayal of Leonardo captured the character's noble leadership, while Tony Shalhoub's turn as Splinter brought a warmth and wisdom that anchored the team's emotional journey. Yet, it wasn't just the voice acting that added depth to the film, it was the physical performances as well. The Turtles' actors, Noel Fisher, Jeremy Howard, Alan Ritchson, and Pete Plosek, embodied their characters through motion capture, contributing their physicality to the animated versions of the Turtles. They spent hours in motion capture suits, performing stunts and acting out the Turtles' movements. Their commitment to the physical aspects of the roles allowed the turtles to maintain their personalities while interacting with the world around them in a way that felt both grounded and fantastical. While the CGI and special effects were essential to bringing the characters to life, it was the rapport between the actors that gave the film its soul. The turtles' banter and sibling-like relationships came from a place of genuine connection between the performers. Alan Ritchson, Raphael, and Noel Fisher, Michelangelo, for instance, found themselves naturally slipping into a brotherly rhythm, with Ritchson's brooding intensity and Fisher's lighthearted humor perfectly balancing one another. It was easy to imagine the turtles as a family in the real world, given the way these actors seemed to play off each other both on and off screen. Behind the scenes, they often spoke of bonding over the shared challenge of their roles. The process wasn't always easy, especially with the physical toll of motion capture and the demands of portraying anthropomorphic turtles with such distinct personalities. But the camaraderie they built throughout production infused the film with a sense of authenticity that made their performances resonate with the audience. Megan Fox's portrayal of April O'Neil added another layer to the film, playing a pivotal role as the human connection to the turtles and providing an emotional anchor to the action. Fox's chemistry with Will Arnett, who portrayed Vernon Fenwick, provided a light-hearted contrast to the intensity of the turtles' world. Their back-and-forth banter, laced with sarcasm and flirtation, brought an element of levity to the film, balancing out the darker tones of the narrative. The actors' ease with each other on screen made their relationship feel natural, allowing the audience to invest in their evolving partnership. While the actors' performances were central to the success of the film, the behind-the-scenes process was anything but typical. Motion capture, which requires a full-body suit with sensors to track an actor's movements, proved to be a unique challenge. The actors often had to perform their scenes without any of the traditional set dressing, relying solely on their imaginations and the guidance of the crew. It's very strange to walk into a scene and imagine the turtles' world when all you see is a green screen, said one actor, capturing the surreal nature of the process. There were moments of frustration, too, working long hours in uncomfortable suits and struggling to get the movements just right. However, the commitment of the cast members to these unconventional methods proved essential in making the turtles feel grounded despite the wild premise of the film. As with many such large-scale productions, the process was both physically and emotionally taxing, but the collaboration between the actors and the crew led to a final product that managed to balance both the spectacle and the personal stakes of the story. Despite the technical challenges, there was a sense of collective enthusiasm that permeated the production. The film's director, Jonathan Liebesman, often spoke about how the actors brought so much energy to their roles, which inspired the entire team. Liebesman's approach was collaborative. He encouraged the actors to bring their own ideas to their characters, allowing room for improvisation. This freedom in the creative process helped elevate the performances, making the characters feel more alive and relatable. The actors would share stories of how their experiences on set shaped the way they approached their roles, particularly in terms of bringing the turtles' sibling-like dynamics to life. There was a mutual understanding that the film's success relied not just on individual performances but on the chemistry between the entire team. This spirit of collaboration extended beyond the actors to the crew, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure every visual effect and motion capture sequence felt seamless. As the film neared its release, anticipation grew. Fans of the original 1980s animated series, as well as newcomers to the franchise, eagerly awaited the return of the iconic turtles to the big screen. The film's marketing campaign played a significant role in building hype, with trailers that showcased the action-packed sequences and the dynamic personalities of the turtles. However, not all the reactions leading up to the release were positive. Some longtime fans expressed skepticism, concerned about the film's updated aesthetic, which was notably darker and more realistic than previous iterations. The redesign of the turtles themselves, which emphasized their physicality and added a more muscular, intimidating look, sparked debates about whether the film would remain true to the spirit of the beloved characters. There was also controversy surrounding the film's handling of the turtles' origins, with many fans wondering how the new narrative would compare to the one they had grown up with. Despite these concerns, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was released on August 8, 2014, and quickly garnered significant attention at the box office. it became clear that, regardless of the mixed reactions from some segments of the fanbase, the film resonated with a wider audience. The action sequences were a major highlight, drawing praise for their intensity and innovation, and the visual effects received widespread acclaim for bringing the turtles to life in a way that felt both believable and spectacular. Critics were divided in their reviews, with some lauding the film's humor and performances, particularly the chemistry between the cast, while others felt that the film fell short in terms of plot depth and character development. Yet, one thing was universally agreed upon. The turtles' portrayal, especially the bond they shared, was the film's strongest aspect. Over time, the film's reception evolved. While it didn't earn universal critical praise, it became a box office success, grossing nearly $500 million worldwide. Its success spawned a sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Out of the Shadows, which further explored the Turtles' world and introduced additional characters from the original series. For many fans, the 2014 film became a nostalgic touchstone, a bridge between the older animated series and the modern interpretation of the Turtles. As the years passed, its impact on the larger franchise became more apparent, with the film's bold new direction influencing future adaptations and ensuring the Turtles remained a cultural touchstone for a new generation of fans. The movie's legacy can also be seen in the way it reignited interest in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand, prompting renewed engagement with the original cartoons, comic books, and merchandise. The film provided a fresh platform for the Turtles' timeless appeal, while offering a new generation the chance to discover these characters in an exciting, visually stunning way. For the cast, it was an experience that would stay with them, their connection to the film and to each other a reminder of the challenging yet rewarding journey of bringing these iconic characters back to life for the big screen. When Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hit theaters in 2014, it was more than just a reimagining of an iconic franchise. It was a bold statement about the future of comic book adaptations and how legacy properties could be revitalized for a modern audience. Though not without its flaws, the film left an undeniable mark on cinema, shifting the landscape for superhero and action films in several key ways. Its influence would ripple across the entertainment industry, sparking new conversations about the blending of visual effects, character development, and audience expectations. In the years since its release, the movie has secured a lasting legacy, evolving from a point of contention among fans to a beloved entry in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mythos and a key example of how Hollywood approaches reboots. The film's greatest impact was perhaps in how it influenced the tone and visual style of superhero and action blockbusters. While many superhero films before it had leaned heavily into either gritty realism or fantastical escapism, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles found a middle ground that balanced both worlds. The film's decision to anchor the action in the real world of New York City, while imbuing the characters with a sense of exaggerated, comic book-style vitality, set a precedent for films that followed. The Turtles themselves, reimagined with a muscular and somewhat intimidating appearance, became a visual template for the blending of realism and comic book origins that would later influence films like Justice League and Suicide Squad. By pushing the boundaries of motion capture technology, the film showed how digital effects could support rather than overshadow character-driven narratives, a lesson that would impact both superhero franchises and other major action movies in the years to come. As the movie entered the pop culture lexicon, its impact wasn't confined to just film. It extended into the worlds of television, merchandise, and comic books. The success of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles re-energized the entire franchise, bringing it into the spotlight once again. The film's release sparked renewed interest in the Turtles' original comic books and animated series. New generations of fans were introduced to the Turtles' origin story, their personalities, and the epic battles they fought, all while encouraging older fans to rediscover the material they loved. The movie provided a platform for a new wave of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles media, including a new animated series and a host of merchandise that continued the franchise's legacy well into the following decade. While the film wasn't universally praised, its success at the box office proved that there was still an appetite for the Turtles brand of action-packed, family-friendly adventure. Grossing nearly $500 million globally, it became the highest-grossing film in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, a significant milestone for both Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon movies. It also marked a turning point for Nickelodeon, solidifying its role as a major player in the film industry following its acquisition of the Turtles' rights in 2009. For the studio, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles became a critical component of their brand identity, proving that they could successfully produce large-scale, live-action blockbusters that appealed to both old fans and a new generation of moviegoers. The movie's visual effects were a standout achievement, further solidifying its place in cinematic history. The team's use of motion capture technology to bring the Turtles to life was revolutionary for its time, pushing the boundaries of what was possible in digital animation and making it more lifelike than ever before. The realistic design of the Turtles was a departure from their previous, more cartoonish looks, and while it sparked some debate among fans, it undeniably contributed to the film's lasting cultural impact. In the years that followed, the success of motion capture-heavy films like The Jungle Book and War for the Planet of the Apes showed how much audiences had come to appreciate the sophistication and realism that these techniques could bring to on-screen characters. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that demonstrated the potential of motion capture for mainstream audiences, setting the stage for an entirely new wave of visual storytelling. Another aspect of the film that became a cultural touchstone was its take on the classic sibling dynamics between the Turtles. The way the film explored their relationships, full of rivalry, affection, and mutual respect, resonated with audiences in a way that was both entertaining and deeply human. Though it was set in a world of mutants and action-packed spectacle, at its core, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a story about family. This theme has remained central to the franchise's identity, and the film's exploration of it paved the way for subsequent adaptations that continued to focus on the Turtles' bond as brothers, a dynamic that always felt relatable and grounded, even in the most outlandish of settings. The movie also had a lasting influence on how Hollywood would approach rebooting or reimagining established franchises. The critical mixed reviews of the film, combined with its commercial success, underscored the notion that reboots didn't always have to adhere to the nostalgic expectations of longtime fans. Instead, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles demonstrated that franchises could be reinterpreted for modern sensibilities while still remaining true to the spirit of the original material. The film's success laid the groundwork for a new era of reboots, where filmmakers were encouraged to balance honoring legacy elements with fresh takes that could speak to contemporary audiences. This shift in creative approach would be evident in subsequent reboots of other beloved franchises, from Power Rangers to Ghostbusters, all of which drew inspiration from the Turtles' blend of nostalgia and innovation. Despite being divisive among critics, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had an undeniable cultural impact. It introduced the Turtles to a new generation of fans, reviving the franchise in a way that was both modern and faithful to its roots. It became a conversation piece, with audiences discussing everything from its visual effects to its character design and storytelling. Its success also demonstrated the power of fanbases, as the vocal reactions to the film, both positive and negative, showed how much the Turtles meant to people. This passionate connection between the characters and their audiences was one of the movie's greatest accomplishments. The film didn't just introduce a new take on a classic property. It solidified the Turtles as part of the larger cultural fabric. Looking at its place in film history, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is often cited as one of the more successful live-action adaptations of animated series or comic books, even if it didn't achieve the same critical acclaim as some of its peers. It set a new standard for blending cutting-edge visual effects with character-driven storytelling, influencing films that came after it, especially in the realm of superhero cinema. The Turtles' enduring popularity and the movie's box office success proved that there was still room for these larger-than-life heroes in the world of contemporary film. Its lasting legacy extends beyond the screen, with continued interest in the characters and their world. New generations of fans continue to embrace the Turtles' adventures through comic books, animated shows, and merchandise. And as the franchise continues to evolve, with new iterations on the horizon, it's clear that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will remain a key part of the franchise's identity for years to come. Though it may not have been a universally beloved film, its achievements in visual effects, character development, and its cultural impact place it firmly within the pantheon of influential modern blockbusters. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was not only a reinvention of a beloved franchise, but also a film that helped redefine what it means to bring iconic characters into the contemporary cinematic landscape. Its influence can be seen in the films and franchises that followed, and its legacy will undoubtedly continue to shape the future of superhero and action movies for years to come. The box office performance of a film often provides a unique lens through which to assess its success, cultural impact, and long-term viability within the cinematic landscape. The 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, directed by Jonathan Liebesman and produced by Michael Bay, is a perfect example of a film that experienced a significant commercial success, even as it received a mixed reception from critics. Its box office journey is not only a testament to the enduring popularity of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, but also a reflection of the power of brand recognition, marketing, and the evolving landscape of blockbuster filmmaking. Upon its release on August 8, 2014, the film made an immediate splash in the global box office. Despite an early wave of skepticism from longtime fans and critics about the film's aesthetic changes to the iconic Turtles and the shift in tone, it quickly surpassed expectations and achieved impressive commercial results. The movie grossed $485 million worldwide against a production budget of $125 to $150 million, making it one of the most successful films of the year and a major contributor to the resurgence of the superhero and action-adventure genres. One of the primary reasons for the film's box office success was its ability to tap into a multi-generational fanbase. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had been a beloved property for decades, with its origins in comic books and animated television shows dating back to the 1980s. For a generation of fans, the Turtles represented a nostalgic and cherished part of their childhood, and the promise of a big-screen adaptation of their adventures was enough to draw audiences to theaters. But beyond the nostalgic appeal, the film also succeeded in attracting a younger audience. The reboot was designed to be more accessible to a new generation, offering them an updated and visually stunning version of the Turtles, while staying faithful to the essence of the characters. This blend of nostalgia and innovation allowed the movie to cast a wide net and appeal to both old and new fans. In the days leading up to its release, the marketing campaign for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was in full swing. Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon worked hard to ensure that the movie would not only appeal to die-hard fans, but also generate buzz among mainstream audiences. The promotional material, which included trailers, posters, and TV spots, emphasized the film's action sequences, special effects, and the involvement of well-known figures such as Megan Fox and Will Arnett. This high-octane marketing, combined with the recognizable brand of the Turtles, generated significant anticipation for the film's opening weekend. On its opening weekend, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles debuted in first place at the North American box office, earning an impressive $65.6 million. This was a strong showing, especially considering that the film was released in the highly competitive summer movie season, which is traditionally dominated by heavy-hitting blockbusters. The movie's strong debut was buoyed by a mix of factors: the built-in fanbase, the star power of Megan Fox, and the visual appeal of the Turtles, who were brought to life using cutting-edge motion capture technology. Moreover, the movie's action-packed sequences, humor, and family-friendly tone made it a popular choice for a wide range of viewers, from young children to adults who had grown up watching the franchise. One of the standout aspects of the film's box office performance was its global reach. While the movie had a solid domestic opening, it was its performance in international markets that truly helped it reach its impressive $485 million gross. The film grossed over $200 million from international markets, which made up a significant portion of its total earnings. The international success of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles can be attributed to the universal appeal of the Turtles themselves. Action and humor are largely cultural constants that can transcend language and geographical barriers. The visual spectacle of the movie, with its larger-than-life action sequences and computer-generated characters, also translated well across borders, attracting audiences around the world. The film's international box office performance was particularly strong in markets such as China, where superhero and action films tend to perform well. This international success helped the movie achieve financial viability despite its mixed critical reception. By the end of its theatrical run, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had grossed a total of $493.3 million worldwide, becoming the highest-grossing film in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, surpassing even the combined earnings of earlier live-action adaptations and animated films. Even though the film was a box office success, its reception from critics was more lukewarm. While many viewers enjoyed the film's action-packed sequences, visual effects, and the performances of the cast, critics largely focused on the film's script, character development, and overall tone. Some fans were initially put off by the Turtles' redesign, particularly their more muscular and realistic look compared to the more cartoonish versions seen in previous iterations of the franchise. This criticism was particularly vocal in online communities and among longtime fans of the series who were concerned that the reboot was departing too far from the spirit of the original. Despite this, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles proved that box office success does not always correlate with critical acclaim. The movie's financial performance underscored the importance of brand recognition, visual spectacle, and fan loyalty in driving ticket sales. Even if the film didn't completely capture the hearts of critics, it succeeded in appealing to a broad audience, proving that sometimes a film's box office success is more about its ability to entertain and deliver on audience expectations than about pleasing every critic. As the months went on, the film continued to perform well in theaters, holding on to a strong position at the box office, especially in its second and third weeks of release. It also benefited from being part of a larger trend of superhero and action-adventure films dominating the market, a genre that was already seeing significant success at the time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was part of a larger cinematic movement that saw beloved childhood properties being reimagined for modern audiences, a trend that included films like Transformers and The Amazing Spider-Man. This surge in superhero and franchise filmmaking helped make the 2010s a golden age for blockbuster cinema, with many films raking in millions and even billions of dollars worldwide. The film's commercial success also paved the way for a sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Out of the Shadows, which was released in 2016. While the sequel didn't manage to match the first film's box office earnings, it still performed reasonably well at the box office, grossing over $245 million globally. The film's success highlighted the lasting appeal of the Turtles as a brand and demonstrated that their adventures on the big screen had more staying power than many had initially expected. In the years following its release, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2014, has continued to resonate with audiences, despite the mixed reviews it received at the time. Its box office performance stands as a testament to the franchise's enduring legacy and the continued popularity of superhero films in the modern cinematic landscape. The film's success also reinforced the idea that established intellectual properties, when rebooted with a fresh perspective and modern sensibilities, can still find a place in the hearts of moviegoers. Whether through nostalgia or excitement for new adaptations, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles proved that sometimes a movie doesn't need to be perfect to be profitable. It just needs to tap into what audiences love and deliver the kind of spectacle that keeps them coming back for more. In conclusion, the box office performance of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 is a clear indicator of the lasting power of the Turtles brand, the appeal of superhero action films, and the effectiveness of a well-crafted marketing campaign. Despite critical mixed reactions, the film's ability to tap into nostalgia, appeal to new generations of fans, and perform well in international markets ensured its place as a financial success. The movie's impressive $485 million gross serves as a reminder that commercial performance in the film industry is often influenced by a combination of factors, from fan loyalty to visual spectacle, and that a strong box office showing can provide a firm foundation for future franchise endeavors. The pre-production phase of a film is often one of the most crucial, laying the groundwork for everything that comes later in the filmmaking process. For the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, this stage was particularly significant, as it involved numerous challenges and creative decisions that ultimately shaped the final product. The film, directed by Jonathan Liebesman and produced by Michael Bay, went through a complex pre-production journey that saw the team navigating both the pressures of rebooting a beloved franchise and the challenge of bringing iconic characters to life in a fresh and modern way. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand, created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird in 1984, had been a staple of pop culture for decades, with various adaptations in comic books, animated TV shows, and films. By the time the 2014 reboot was conceived, the Turtles had already become an enduring symbol of both childhood nostalgia and comic book superhero culture. Paramount Pictures, in conjunction with Nickelodeon Movies, which had acquired the rights to the property in 2009, made the decision to revitalize the franchise with a modern film that would appeal to both longtime fans and a new generation of viewers. This decision set the stage for an ambitious pre-production process, one that would ultimately involve reinvigorating the franchise's visual style, updating its tone, and incorporating cutting-edge technology. The journey to pre-production officially began in 2010 when Michael Bay, known for his work on the Transformers franchise, was brought on as a producer for the project through his production company, Platinum Dunes. The decision to enlist Bay was a strategic one, as his blockbuster filmmaking expertise, particularly in bringing large-scale, action-packed films to life, was seen as a perfect fit for the high-energy world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Bay, along with his Platinum Dunes partners Andrew Form and Brad Fuller, worked closely with Paramount and Nickelodeon to help shape the film's vision and direction. One of the early challenges in pre-production was determining the approach to the Turtles themselves. The franchise had seen numerous iterations, from the original comic books to animated TV shows and films. Each version had its own interpretation of the characters, but there was a concern about how to balance a faithful representation of the Turtles with the desire to update them for a modern audience. The decision was made to use a mix of practical effects and computer-generated imagery, CGI, which would allow for more flexibility in terms of the Turtles' appearance and their ability to engage in elaborate action sequences. This decision also placed the film firmly in the realm of cutting-edge digital technology, as the Turtles would be brought to life through motion capture, a technique that was rapidly gaining popularity in Hollywood for its ability to create realistic digital characters. A major aspect of pre-production was casting the actors who would portray the Turtles, as well as the voice talent who would bring their personalities to life. The casting process for the four Turtles, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael, was a delicate balance of finding performers who could embody the physicality of the characters while also bringing a distinct voice to each one. Pete Plosek was cast as the motion capture performer for Leonardo, while Noel Fisher was chosen for Michelangelo, Alan Ritchson for Raphael, and Jeremy Howard for Donatello. These actors were tasked with performing the motion capture for their respective characters, ensuring that the physical movements and expressions would be as realistic as possible. At the same time, the decision was made to bring in well-known voice actors to provide the voices of the Turtles, with Johnny Knoxville taking on the role of Leonardo and Tony Shalhoub voicing Splinter. This combination of motion capture and voice work was designed to ensure that the Turtles not only looked impressive, but also had distinct, memorable personalities. The casting process didn't stop at the Turtles themselves. Megan Fox was cast as April O'Neil, the Turtles' human ally, marking a reunion with Bay, who had previously worked with Fox on Transformers. Fox was seen as an ideal choice to anchor the human side of the film and provide a relatable character for the audience. Her casting was also part of a broader effort to appeal to both male and female audiences, with April's character serving as both a love interest and a strong, independent figure in the story. Will Arnett was cast as Vernon Fenwick, a news cameraman who also plays a pivotal role in the Turtles' adventure. Arnett's comedic timing and familiar presence helped add levity to the film, ensuring that it balanced action and humor. In addition to casting, another key decision in pre-production was the design and look of the Turtles themselves. The filmmakers were faced with the challenge of updating the Turtles' appearance while still staying true to their iconic origins. The decision was made to create the Turtles using motion capture technology, which would allow for a more realistic and fluid portrayal of their movements. However, this presented challenges in terms of making sure the Turtles' physical appearance was both believable and faithful to their original designs. The design process involved working with artists and visual effects specialists to create digital versions of the Turtles that would fit seamlessly into their environment. The Turtles were given a more muscular and realistic look compared to previous iterations, with their size and proportions adjusted to reflect the changes in how superhero characters were portrayed in contemporary blockbuster films. As the creative team focused on the visual design, they also had to consider the tone of the film. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise had always been a mixture of action, comedy, and heart, but the filmmakers were tasked with deciding how to balance these elements for a modern audience. The decision was made to lean into the action-adventure genre, while still maintaining the humor and lightheartedness that made the Turtles beloved in the first place. This balancing act was reflected in the film's tone, which mixed high-energy action sequences with moments of humor and warmth. The script, written by Josh Appelbaum, André Nemec, and Evan Doherty, was carefully crafted to strike this balance, ensuring that the film would appeal to fans of the original series while also drawing in newcomers. Another major challenge in pre-production was the film's action sequences, which would be a key component of its appeal. Given Bay's experience with large-scale action films, it was no surprise that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would feature elaborate and visually spectacular fight scenes. The pre-production team worked closely with stunt coordinators and visual effects artists to plan and execute the action sequences. These scenes were designed to showcase the Turtles' unique abilities and personalities, with each character using their signature weapon in battle. The Turtles would fight against the villainous Shredder and his Foot Clan in high-octane set pieces that incorporated a mix of practical effects and CGI. The pre-production team also made extensive use of storyboarding and pre-visualization, previs, techniques to ensure that these action scenes would feel dynamic and seamless when translated to the screen. The film's tone, visuals, and action sequences were all further shaped by the film's producer, Michael Bay. Known for his work on the Transformers franchise, Bay brought a distinct visual style to the film, one that emphasized large-scale, fast-paced action sequences, cutting-edge special effects, and a bold, dynamic visual style. While Bay's involvement was initially met with some skepticism from fans of the original series, his work on the film ultimately helped shape its look and feel, giving the Turtles a fresh, modern look while maintaining their core characteristics. As the pre-production process moved forward, the team continued to refine the script, develop the visual effects, and plan the intricate action sequences. They also worked on the film's score and sound design, ensuring that the music would complement the film's high-energy tone and help to elevate its emotional moments. Composer Brian Tyler, known for his work on action films like Iron Man 3 and Fast and Furious, was brought on to compose the film score, which would feature a mix of orchestral and electronic elements to match the film's dynamic aesthetic. By the time principal photography began in March 2013, the pre-production phase had successfully set the stage for what would become a visually stunning and commercially successful reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. From casting decisions to visual effects to the tone of the film, the pre-production team had laid a solid foundation that allowed the production to move forward with confidence. While the film faced its fair share of challenges, particularly with regard to fan expectations and the evolving nature of blockbuster filmmaking, its pre-production phase was marked by a combination of creative ambition, technical innovation, and a deep respect for the source material. These efforts ensured that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would not only succeed at the box office but also become a memorable and impactful entry in the franchise's long history. As the pre-production phase came to a close and the production team shifted focus to filming, the groundwork laid during those months would prove vital in ensuring the success of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2014. The challenges, risks, and creative decisions made in this period set the stage for a film that was not only a visual spectacle but also one that balanced action, humor, and heart, three core elements that were essential to the Turtles' enduring popularity. The meticulous planning and dedication to updating the beloved franchise for a new generation would continue to resonate throughout the final film, which would hit theaters in 2014 with an explosive combination of modern technology, character-driven humor, and high-octane action sequences. One of the key takeaways from the pre-production phase of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was how it navigated the balancing act between honoring the franchise's legacy and making it appealing to contemporary audiences. The decision to incorporate motion capture technology into the Turtles' design, allowing them to be both physically expressive and seamlessly integrated into action sequences, marked a significant evolution in how CGI characters were brought to life. This innovative approach to the Turtles' physicality gave them a sense of realism and presence, something that set the film apart from previous adaptations and allowed the audience to connect with the characters in a new and dynamic way. Casting decisions, too, played a pivotal role in the film's pre-production. By carefully selecting actors who not only embodied the physical traits of their characters, but also brought depth and personality to their performances, the filmmakers ensured that the Turtles and their human allies felt fully realized on screen. The presence of established names like Megan Fox, Johnny Knoxville, and Will Arnett provided a sense of familiarity and star power, while the motion capture performances of the Turtles actors helped ground the CGI characters in authentic emotion and physicality. The chemistry between the cast members, whether human or digital, contributed to the film's ability to draw in a wide audience, from longtime fans of the original animated series to newcomers to the franchise. Behind the scenes, the filmmakers also found themselves navigating the complexities of blending CGI and practical effects to create a seamless visual experience. The action sequences, designed to showcase the Turtles' martial arts abilities, required careful planning and execution. With Michael Bay's penchant for large-scale action spectacles, the pre-production team knew that the fight scenes would be a major focal point of the film. Collaborating with stunt coordinators, choreographers, and visual effects teams, they designed scenes that would push the boundaries of what could be achieved with modern technology, resulting in action sequences that were both thrilling and immersive. The film's visual style, influenced heavily by Bay's distinct approach to cinematography, further elevated the storytelling. From the dark, gritty tones of New York City to the vibrant colors of the Turtles' shells and weapons, the filmmakers carefully crafted a visual language that reflected both the urban setting and the fantastical elements of the Turtles' world. The team also worked tirelessly to ensure that the motion capture technology would seamlessly blend with the live-action elements, allowing the Turtles to interact convincingly with their human counterparts. Every element, from lighting to camera work, was considered in order to deliver a cohesive and engaging viewing experience. The score, composed by Brian Tyler, was another key element of the pre-production process that would significantly impact the film's tone. Tyler's background in composing high-energy scores for action films made him an ideal choice to provide a soundtrack that would complement the Turtles' fast-paced adventures. The music's blend of orchestral and electronic elements underscored the film's balance of humor, action, and heart, helping to guide the emotional beats and elevate the intensity of its climactic moments. From the film's opening scenes to its final showdown, the score played a crucial role in maintaining the film's momentum and heightening the emotional stakes. As the pre-production phase wrapped up and the production team moved into filming, the dedication and hard work of everyone involved began to pay off. The creative choices made in this early stage provided a solid foundation for the later phases of the film, ensuring that the movie would have the necessary tools to succeed. The risks taken, such as pushing the boundaries of technology, balancing the Turtles' iconic personalities with a more contemporary visual approach, and reimagining the tone of the series, would ultimately help the film carve out its own place in the legacy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The decisions made during pre-production were critical to the movie's final success, both in terms of its creative impact and its commercial performance. From the use of cutting-edge visual effects to the choice of an experienced and dynamic cast, every element was carefully considered to ensure that the Turtles would shine in a modern, fast-paced world. The pre-production process for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2014, stands as a testament to the importance of planning, vision, and collaboration in bringing a major franchise to the big screen. It was an intricate dance of balancing nostalgia with innovation, all while staying true to the essence of what made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beloved by millions. By the time filming wrapped and the film entered post-production, the pre-production phase had laid a firm foundation for the next steps in creating a visually stunning and narratively engaging film. The experience of the entire team, from visual effects artists to the actors, producers, and directors, had come together to create a cohesive vision for the Turtles' next chapter. The film's success, both in terms of audience reception and box office numbers, proved that the pre-production decisions had been the right ones, creating a movie that resonated with both new viewers and longtime fans. Ultimately, the pre-production of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2014, serves as a masterclass in how to successfully reboot a beloved franchise. The careful balancing of fan expectations with modern filmmaking techniques, along with a strong, dynamic cast and a clear creative vision, ensured that the film would leave a lasting impact on both audiences and the cinematic landscape. The challenges faced and overcome during this stage of the film's creation set the stage for an unforgettable cinematic experience, cementing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a crucial entry in the world of modern superhero films. The effort, innovation, and collaboration during pre-production ultimately resulted in a film that not only lived up to its potential but also exceeded expectations, marking the start of a new era for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.